All right, man. Saturday wouldn't be complete without some Detroit Lions football talk. Let's talk about the Lions and some guys that's still out there and that's capable that can help them win. You got pass rushing help, you got linebacker help, you got DB help. I mean, wherever you want to go. Jadeveon Clowney's still out there. I mean, I heard they didn't put him in Madden 21 either. So Earl Thomas is out there. Eric Reed is out there. Nigel Brenham, he just got cut from the New Orleans Saints. I mean, you got a lot of different guys. Morris Claiborne still out there. Cordy Glenn still out there. But let's focus on a few of those guys. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. And we can start off with Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, he's still out there, whatever reason it may be. I know he had a core injury, and pretty much his stock got to be dropping by the day. Okay, that's just the God honest truth. His stock got to be dropping by the day. Is it? His stock got to be dropping. He had a big offer from Cleveland. He left on the table. I mean, he said he wanted to be part of a winner. Seattle need front seven help. They still ain't brought him back, so not sure. But I mean, at this point, I think the Lions should be desperate. You know, just talking about pass rush help. I just look at their pass rush and I just don't see dominant. You know, I see pretty good. You know, maybe Okoro can come in, Julian can come in and do well, and Flowers can do well. But really, what scares me is the lack of depth in the interior line, the lack of depth on the outside pass rushers. So, I mean, Clowney can come in and contribute, but last year he wasn't that good. All right, he only had a couple sacks, and his biggest contribution to the Seahawks was knocking Carson Wentz out of the playoffs. So, I mean, you know, he's probably going to go down as one of the most overrated number one overall picks or overrated college football players to come into the National Football League. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it'd be a bonus, but if you get him for the right price, get him for the right price. It just don't seem like the Lions have the same urgency as the fans as far as their front four or front seven in general. We look at it and we see a regular painting. Patricia and Bob Quinn look at it and see Mona Lisa. But in the previous years, that very Mona Lisa has just turned out to be a very, very ugly picture of a woman that we can't identify. And it just makes you think like these dudes just don't know football. You every year in and year out, Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia came in for the last 3 years. If it don't work out this year, with the same deficiencies, that's pass rush, that's run blocking. That's the staple and that's the cornerstone of the defensive line. And they just refuse to sit up there and draft guys that can get the job done. You know, we can move on to Earl Thomas. He's still out there. Apparently, if him and Conley's still out there with their talent, and they have Pro Bowl like talent, and Earl Thomas actually made the damn Pro Bowl, and he's still out there. And I think his career might be over with. I know the Cowboys, Jerry Jones came out and he said they still looking at him after Ed Warner said they weren't looking at him, and I think his price dropping by the day. I think the league knows what happened. You know, with him punching the Chuck Clark. With him being late for meetings, his attitude and everything that went on with him and his wife. His wife is going to court, I think, this week or coming up pretty soon if she hasn't already went and been arraigned and all that stuff. So, I mean, you know, I think Earl Thomas brings a lot of baggage, but people say, "Oh, we good in the safeties position." Only one I kind of like is Tracy Walker. I'm not a Will Harris fan. If Deron Harmon was that good, then he would have started for the Patriots. I just think it's always room for a guy like Earl Thomas, but his attitude may not mesh. But people say he late for meetings, and I'm like, so is Matt Patricia late for meetings? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So Matt Patricia was late for meetings. You know what I'm saying? Him and Matt should get along. They could be walking in with Dunkin' Donuts together into the meeting room, but I think his behavior don't fit what the Lions want. You got somebody that's colorful, that like to really how can I say it, freelance what he do. And this defense is punctual. You got to do exactly what Matt Patricia say do when he say do. If you don't, it's not going to work. So I don't see Earl Thomas being the fit, and I don't really see Jadeveon Clowney being the fit. Now you go to Eric Reed. He another guy who can play in the box. He can cover some nickel. He can hit. Really good football player. Obviously, he probably won't get back into the league because his continuing support of Colin Kaepernick. If you haven't noticed, Colin Kaepernick is still not in the NFL, right? Despite all this shit going on, people ain't even paid attention. They still ain't gave him a tryout or a shot. He'll forever be whiteballed out the NFL. But I think Eric Reed's career is over with. I don't think nobody gonna sign him again. Good player. Will he fit here? He better than every safety we got. All right. I think Tracy Walker got potential, but he ain't reached it yet. But Eric Reed would be a good fit. He covered nickels. He could play in the box. He could play deep. He could spy. He could do everything you need to do from a safety position. He's a good player, but I just think his independent, personality and supporting Cap, no matter what Sheila say about signing Cap, I don't think that's something that Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia want to deal with. And then you got Nigel Bradham as well too, who's still out there, who just got out there. I don't know what happened in New Orleans. Was he not cutting it or whatever? Athletic linebacker from Philly. Corey Utlin is from Philly. He came from the Eagles, old assistant defensive coordinator. So he should have some insight. Will Bradham come in and probably be the best linebacker other than Jamie Collins? Absolutely. He's better than Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I didn't even know that clown was still on the roster. I cannot stand. He's just too small, man. I don't want me to call him a clown, but he ain't that good to me. All right, better than Christian Jones, better than Jared Davis. Only one I would probably put over him is Collins and Tavai, just because of the value potential. But something happened with Bradham in New Orleans. Maybe it was a mutual split. Maybe he didn't like what they was doing, or he didn't fit the defense. But you right at home with your old defensive coordinator, and I think that's the best fit that we talked about so far about the guys that's still available is Nigel Bradham. He's 30 years old, so he's still athletic. He still can hit. I think he can do some things. Now, Corey Utlin said that they gonna mesh his defensive plays with Matt Patricia defensive plays, and I believe when I see it. I think it's Patricia defensive bust. If he used some of the things that Corey Utlin brought from Philly, then the Detroit Lions defense is going to be a lot more aggressive than they were last year. And Utlin and Jim Schwartz were aggressive blitz-wise. And remember, Jim Schwartz, he was in Detroit and he refused to blitz. Remember, they was just all about rushing forward, and that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He went to Philly and he became way more aggressive. God honest truth, he became way more aggressive. If Utlin is able to bring that aggression to the Detroit Lions defense, then I think Bradham's speed will help that out as well too. But yeah, I like Nigel Bradham a lot. That's one of the guys I like. And also, you stay on the defensive side of the ball. You got two familiar faces. Ezekiel Allenson, 31 years old. If he's truly 31, he's still out there. And Clay Matthews, who used to play for the Green Bay Packers before leaving for the Los Angeles Rams, is still out there. And because you bring those guys in, Clay Matthews provide the versatility that Matt Patricia won't. He can play inside. He can play outside. He still can rush. And once again, that'll be the same narrative, bringing in an old superstar in Detroit as after he faded. But he still ain't got a call to come in as well neither. But Ansah just so broke down. You have to use Ansah as a situational pass rusher. I would play him on third downs and non passing downs, and maybe you can get the most out of him. He still was productive in Detroit. He just kept getting injured. His last year here, he took over the New York Jets game for the small period of time he was in, and then he got injured, and it was over with. And Clay Matthews, he's still been fairly durable. But then again, those are older guys, and they probably trying to usher in a new era with a core. So I understand it. But I think Nigel Bradham is still perhaps the best fit there. But also, you got two other guys I want to talk about, and I'm going to end it on that. And I got another video coming. I may drop this one first. But you got Morris Claiborne still out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing Mike Ford struggling a little bit in camp. Not sure if they got any other corners they like. But, Morris Claiborne's still a guy that still has some talent out there. Maybe, in his system, he could tap into his great man coverage ability and he had at LSU. So somebody to look at. Always liked Morris Claiborne at LSU. And he just ain't materialized in the league. And I just never knew why. He was with the Cowboys. It didn't work out. Don't know why. But also, you got Devontae Freeman out there. All right, Freeman is asking for a nice amount of money to come in. So if you were to get Devontae Freeman, what that would say was maybe Bo not going to work out. Maybe Huntley and Ty and what you think they are. You really going to roll with Freeman, Swift, and Kerryon. Okay? So Devontae Freeman is still kind of like an option out there. His asking price is very, very high to come in. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? I say it's good because that means he don't have to play football to live his life. He probably can retire right now and be happy. Anytime you can set a price and stick to it and don't budge, that means Devontae Freeman has took care of his money and be able to retire with a peace of mind. But, he also an option to think about playing in the backfield. I mean, he can catch it. He can run it. He still got a little juice left, so if somebody do go down or somebody do underplay, you still got Devontae Freeman there. I kind of look at him like maybe Tampa was a fit. He is a South Florida boy. I think Tampa is going to eventually give him a call if he does come back. But, if I'm Devontae Freeman, I probably want to come back with a championship contender. But, I heard that the Bears, David Montgomery went down, but he only going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks after it sounded like it was going to be a catastrophic year and then injury. And you think maybe Freeman can go up there with Mitchell Trubisky and Nick, two left feet, Nick Foles. But yeah, there's some of the guys that's still out there, man. There's some other good guys out there, Cordy Glenn and, you know, a few other guys that's up and down there. But I really think Nigel Bradham is probably the best fit there. You know what I'm saying? Other guys, I don't think the Lions are going to take a chance on unless some injury happen. But, hey, also Marcel Daria is still out there, you know. He just had a bad rap for just being lazy and just getting in a lot of trouble in the street. So I don't envision the Lions giving him an opportunity. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. Any of the guys out there you left that I have a name that you like to be on the Lions, or any guys I named you like or don't like to be with the Lions, or Adam, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget, check out my other channel for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Goodfellas Sports TV right here on YouTube. We go.